morning students. Let me do the fifth chapter, that is advanced features of MS Word. Okay, this is chapter number 5. That is the chapters before this, chapter 3 and chapter 4, that is programming Scratch and advanced programming in Scratch is not there for this exam. So I am doing the fifth chapter and it is in the page number 56 in your textbook. Okay, I am doing the fifth chapter and this is there for the coming exam. Okay, so MS Word. So firstly, MS Word stands for Microsoft Word. And in your earlier classes, in your lower classes also, you have studied MS Word. So you might have studied about how to write the sentence, paragraph, and what are the formatting features available in MS Word. That is, you can make the text bold, italics, underline. Then you can make the whole sentence. If you want to make cut, copy and paste. So all these features you have studied in your lower classes. So today what I am teaching is the advanced features of MS Word. Okay. So by the end of this chapter you will be able to understand the concept, that is headers and footers and footnote and endnote. Then how to insert tables, pictures and clip art in the document. Okay. So you already you are having now textbooks, then you read many of the story books, then novels. Okay, so what is there on each and every page of the textbook? It might be a textbook, storybooks, or the novels. So you will see that there are page numbers written, then title of the stories, then also the author's name. So all these are printed on each and every page of the book. It might be a textbook or it might be a storybooks or novels. So you will see that on each and every page the page numbers are there, the chapter names, it might be the title of the stories or the author name. So how is it possible? Okay, so for all this, in order to prepare a book or novel, a storybook or a document, it is possible by the software that is there in the MS Word. Okay, so MS Word is a software application. So using this MS Word, it is possible to add the footers and headers and footer, endnote and footnote. Then you can also add tables, picture and clip art, so that you can make the document readable and more attractive. Okay. So MS Word 2010, this software application provides us to add all these features. So firstly, let us understand the concept of headers and footers. Headers and footers. Okay. So headers and footers, they are generally used when certain information has to be repeated many a times on each and every page. That is, I have told you already that instead of writing the page number, the author's name, then the title of the document or the title of chapter title, it might be chapter title or the story names again and again. So using the header and footer option, it is possible that we can, using this option, it is automatically updated in all the other pages also. So which all informations you can add using header and footer? So the special informations like document title, page number, then author's name, date. So all the special informations are updated on each and every page using the header and footer option. So what is header now? So header is the text that appears at the top of the page. Okay, header is the text that appears at the top of the page in a document, and footer is the text that appears at the bottom of the page in a document. Okay. So you also know that the whatever the information that is there on the computer is the soft copy, and the printed information on a sheet of paper is called as the hard copy. Okay. So now what you are preparing, on a computer that becomes a soft copy of a book in order to prepare a book or a document. So when these information, when they are printed on a sheet of paper, or in order to prepare for a book, if it is a book, that means it is a number of it contains several number of pages. So that becomes the hard copy, or you can prepare a book, document, or the novels. Okay. So MS Word 2010 is a software application. Using these features, you are able to add the footers, headers, footers, and you can also add the tables, the part, and the picture. So let us understand firstly how to insert header or footer in a document. So now let us learn how to insert header and footer. So there are many steps to insert header or footer to a document. So to insert header or footer in a document, I'll write down the steps to insert header or footer. The first step is that you have to click on the insert tab. So on the insert tab, you have to in the header and footer group, here you have to click on either header or footer. So first step, firstly how to open MS Word, that is you have to click on start button, then all programs. From there you have to click on the sub option, that is Microsoft Word 2010. So as soon as when you open the Microsoft Word 2010, you get the blank document. Okay, and you can see there are many tabs above the document. That is, there is home tab, insert tab, reference tab, then view tab. So there are many tabs. But to insert header and footer, you have to click on insert tab. So click on the insert tab in the header and footer, and from there you have to click on header and footer group. Okay, and again click on the header. So if you want to insert the header, that is the text that has to appear on the top of the page, then you have to click on header. Or if you want to add some text at the bottom of the page, say page numbers, then you can click on footer. Okay. So as soon as when you click on the header or footer, a gallery appears. So the second is you have to choose, you have to select either the blank style, or you can select any option. Select any option, or you can select any of the styles. Okay. Then third step is that, and in the textbook also you can insert header or footer. So then on the insert tab. So now what I'm explaining is the theoretical part. You clearly understand when I'm doing the practical part of this. Okay? So first step is that on the insert tab, the header and footers group, you have to click on the header or footer. So if you want to insert the header, that is the text at the top of the page, then you have to click on header. If you want to add the text at the bottom of the page, then you have to click on footer. Okay. Then from there you have to select any blank style. You can select either the blank style or you can select any of the choice. Okay. There are many. As soon as when you select the header or footer, there are many styles available. So you can select either the blank option or you can select, if you want some more additional features, then you can select the other option also. Then there will be a cursor blinking. Okay, there will be the header and footer style appears, and there will be a cursor blinking. So from there on, you can write the text. Okay, so type the text. That is, you can write the author's name, you can write the title of the document, you can give the date, or you can write the page number also. Then after you have formatted everything, finally you can click on escape key. That is, in order to come to the original document, you have to click on either escape key or click on the header or footer button. Okay. Close header and footer button. So close header and footer button. So this will take you to the original document. Okay. So this is how you can add the header and footer. That is, instead of writing on each and every page the page numbers and the author's name, title name and all, you can do this. So then there is navigation group of buttons under the design tab. Okay. So what is this navigation group of buttons? So in that is, there are options like go to header and go to footer. That is, if you are there in footer section, then you can navigate to header section. If you are there in the header section, then you can navigate to footer section. So you can use go to footer section to quickly navigate from header section to footer section. Then use go to header section to quickly navigate from footer to header section. So this is how you can add the header and footer section. Next is inserting date and time. Now to insert the date and time as a header and footer. So we have already added the header and footer, but in that header and footer itself we want to add now the date or time. So the steps to insert date and time as the header or footer is that. First step is that select the header or footer by double clicking on it. Okay, you have to select the header or footer. So you have already chosen a particular header or footer, but in that header and footer you want to add now the date or time. So whatever you have added the header, it might be a header or footer, you have to select, double click on it. Okay. Next step is that on the design tab in the insert group, click date and time. Okay. So as soon as when you double click on the header or footer text, the header and footer, the tools automatically becomes active. Okay. So in the design tab, under that, in the insert group, you can see date and time. So in the design tab, in the insert group, click on date and time option. From there, you have to select the appropriate date and time format. There are many formats, so you can select the appropriate date and time format. Then click on OK button. Then to close this, either you can press the escape key or close the header or footer button from the close group of design tab. Okay. So this is how you can add the date and time in the header and footer itself. This editing or deleting a header or footer. So I have told you how to add a header or footer. But now you want to make the changes in a header or footer, or you want to delete that header or footer. For this, what you have to do is already there is a header or footer in a document. You have to double click on the text. So as you double click on the text, that is either a header or a footer. So at the top, a header or footer gallery. From there also you can choose the option, that is edit header or remove header option, and to remove the footers, there is options like edit footer or remove footer option. from the footer gallery. So which are the steps to edit? First thing is you have to select the text that is already there in the document, double click on it, and they can simply edit or delete the text as required. Okay, there is edit header and remove header option. So you can select the edit header or remove header directly, or in the top there is header gallery. From there you can select the edit header or remove header. Similarly for footer it is edit footer or remove footer. So this is how you can edit or delete a footer or header. So next is footnotes and endnotes. Okay. So footnotes are placed at the end of the page of a document. Okay, I have told you the header and footers. Now I am explaining about footnotes and endnotes. Footnotes are placed at the end of the page, end of each page of a document. You can see footnotes, and they are usually like you can add the comments at the end of the page, or you can also add a explanatory meaning, explanation to a particular word from the paragraph in a document. Okay, for that purpose footnotes are used. Say there is an essay of input and output devices, and you know which are the input and output devices. Even CD-ROM is also a storage device. Okay, so CD-ROM is there. So in between, in the document, in between you can find the abbreviation, that is CD-ROM, and this abbreviation of CD-ROM is compact disk read-only memory. So compact disk read-only memory is the abbreviation of CD-ROM. So this CD-ROM word is there in between the paragraph. Okay, there are many sentences and this word is in between. So what you can do is you can mark this, and this abbreviation is written at the end of the page. So abbreviation is compact disk read-only memory. So this is called as the footnote text, and here what I have marked. So here it can be a number. So here I have marked as 1, but this marker can be a number. You can use to number, letters or symbols here. Okay. So this is the abbreviation, which is nothing but the footnote text. Okay, and here this is the marker used for CD-ROM. So this is the footnote example. So it can also be a comment also. You can also use comment at the end of the page also. So footnotes, they are used for. So endnotes, they are placed at the end of the chapter section of document. So you understood about the footnotes. Next, endnotes. So what is endnotes? This is an example of footnote. So what is endnote? So endnotes are placed at the end of the chapter section of document, and they are used for referring to sources which might have used from the main source or the main text. Okay, so endnotes are also placed at the end of the chapter section of document, and they are used to refer to some sources like the author's name, then the source name. Okay, section name, document mentioning the author's name, and the source document from which source this paragraph or quotation or content is removed. Okay, linked. So endnote, they are also used to make the quotation or content and link it to the endnote text at the end of the chapter section or document mentioning the author's name or source document. Okay, so there is a quotation or content which is there in a document, and this quotation or content is linked to the endnote, and this endnote is usually at the end of the chapter. Okay, endnote. Here in the footnote, this should be in the same place, the marker as well as the So endnote text at the end of the chapter giving the author's name or the source of the document. So totally what we can say is a footnote or endnote, they collectively has the they called as note. A footnote and endnote, they totally called as note. They collectively called as note and has the following parts. Okay, footnote, like the footnote or endnote, we have the following parts. That is, first is footnote or endnote reference mark. And there is a separator line, then footnote text or endnote text. So, to add, when you are adding footnote or endnote, there are three things. That is, footnote or endnote reference mark. That is, there is a document in between, there is a word and the reference mark is given. So footnote or endnote reference mark, then the separator line. So at the bottom you can see a separator line and the footnote text and the endnote text. So whatever at the text at the end of the page, whatever the text is there, that is the footnote text or the endnote text. So all the three must be there in the, when you add a footnote or endnote, all the three are there. Okay. So next is, and in the textbook also you can see, so in the page number 62, so there you can see in the textbook also, that is, see, this is a document, and this is the footnote or the endnote marker. So here, in that comes in between the document. So blue color line is the separator line, and third one, that is whatever the text at the bottom of the page is the footnote text or the endnote text. So this is the an example of endnote or footnotes. Okay. So next is the steps to insert the footnotes or endnotes. So next is inserting a footnote or endnotes. So there are steps to insert footnotes and endnotes. So first is that to insert a footnote or endnote, we should have the document in the print layout view. So open the document in print layout view, and the steps are as follows. Now place the first step is that place the cursor where you want the note marker to be placed. Okay, say there is a document and in between a word, you want to make a word, the explanation of a word, or you want the abbreviation of the word to be a footnote. So where you want, which word you want to make at the end of the word, you can make the, you can get the cursor. Okay, place the cursor where you want the note marker to be placed. Then second step is that you have to click on the references tab, and in that you have to click on insert footnote. In the footnote button group, you have to click on insert footnote or insert endnote. Okay, as soon as when you click on insert footnote or endnote, the MS Word places the cursor at the end of each page, end of each page of the footnotes and at the end of the document for endnotes. Okay, so as soon as when you click on insert footnote or endnote, the cursor blinks at the end of the page. Okay, end of the page. So now you can easily write the text, whichever text you want to make it as footnote or endnote, that text you can write at the end of the page. Okay, so this is how you can insert footnote or endnotes. And figure 5.7 also you can see that computer memory can be categorized into primary, secondary and cache, C-A-C-H-E. So C-A-C-H-E can be cache. So how to pronounce this? So here the pronunciation is written, okay, C-A-C-H-E, so cache, so it can also pronounce cache, but the actual pronunciation is cache, C-A-S-H. So 1, you can see that in the textbook figure 5.7 there is number 1 after cash. So this is the marker, and the end there is a separator line, and below the separator line you can see the end note, inserting footnotes or end notes. That is, here the pronunciation is used. So not only the pronunciation, you can also use the comment, or you can also write the explanation of the word. So next is about tables, how to insert tables. So next is inserting tables. So tables, a table represents the data in the form of rows and columns. Okay. So table is nothing, it may be a chart, grid in the form of rows and columns. So when we see tables, it is like this. So you can see. So what is this? This is called as rows, and this part. So these are rows, and this is the columns. Okay. So this is the columns and rows. So here in rows and columns you can write the text. Say you can write the text also, and you can write even the numbers in it. Okay. So this is a table. Table is a symbol. It is a representation, or you can write the text as well as numbers in a table, and it is in the form of rows and columns. Okay. So it helps to present the data in the row and column format. Okay. To insert the table, there are various steps to insert a table. Okay. So to insert a table, then inserting rows or columns in a table, then applying border to a table. Applying border to a table is important. Applying table borders. So all these steps I'll explain you when I'm doing the practical part. Okay. Next is inserting pictures. So pictures. So pictures. So when I tell pictures, I know that you all like to draw. Okay. So there is an option in computer also, that is to draw the. You can paint, you can draw, and you can paint. And now if you want to add pictures in between a document, so there is an option in MS Word 2010. Okay. So MS Word helps to make a document more interesting by adding pictures. Okay. So there are various steps to insert the pictures. So even that I'll explain you in the practical part. Next is clip art. So inserting clip art. So clip art. So clip art is also similar to adding the pictures. Okay. So clip art is a pre-designed collection of pictures or illustrations. Okay. So you can, if it is already there in the computer, you can upload it from any of the drives which if you have saved in the computer, or you can also, if it is online, then you can download it, or you can download it from the Google search, or there is an option here when you are using the clip art, directly you can from the internet you can upload the pictures. Okay, download and you can insert the clip art pictures. So clip art collections. So MS Word 2010 has its own clip art collection. Okay, that is available in variety of formats and styles, ranging from simple cartoon to photographic image. So it ranges from, you can add the simple cartoon image, and also there are different photographic image. So you can add like flowers, you can add the flowers, birds, animals, computers, so anything. But you have to, when you when you select the clip art option, you will automatically get the place where you can write the text. That is, search option is there. Okay, search for text. So you can type the category, what kind of image you want to insert. Okay, so there is search option in the clip art where you can type whichever type of picture you wanted, that you can type in the search option. So this is all about the 5th chapter, that is advanced features of MS Word. So next I'm doing the practical part of this. Thank you.